He's Nick, I'm Matt, and we're insufficient. Good afternoon, Chub Nubbler.
Happy International Tuesday, buddy.
International Tuesday, dude. I'm psyched. I'm psyched for International Tuesday. Dude,
welcome to
that's
Insufficient.
Crazy. That's like a bad trip, man.
That's what our show is.
It's a bad trip. It's a bad fucking trip.
We apologize to the tens of thousands of listeners out there.
Tens of thousands, man. How you doing this morning? You pumped? You
I'm excited, man. I love international jams. I love Tuesdays. And, I'm excited about today's show. I know we talked a little bit before we came on and you weren't as excited about it as I was. But when we look at this set list, it's not one that's really cookie cutter. There's songs that definitely stand out. And then there's playing styles towards the end of the show that also stand out and very reminiscent of like that Bill Graham kind of night too. So, I'm ready to do it. I'm also ready to talk about Phish Rio de Janeiro. And I think we got to make that happen.
Phish in Rio.
Yeah.
I like it. So, I like this. I like where you're going with this.
When Rod Stewart set the record with 3.5 million people at a show, it was in Rio. Since then, like Lady Gaga or Madonna has had like 4 million. So larger concerts have been played.
So here's the kicker for this.
Okay,
in
I'm
these
ready.
Large concerts, they're free. Yeah.
I don't expect people to pay.
They're free. So Guess what? That doesn't really count. It doesn't count.
I think it does count.
No, it doesn't count. And I'll tell you why it doesn't count. Because it's free. Anybody's going to go. Anybody's going to go. Especially in Rio. They're like, oh, great. Live concert that we can go to and have a good time and party and shake our tushies. We're good. Dude, no one paid for it. So you could have anybody show up. Dude, you could have the shittiest fucking band like Walk the Moon show up and they'd have like 2.5 million people.
Walk the Moon would not get 2.5 million people. That one song they have, though, is kind of fire. I forget which one it is. And there's a remix done by White Panda, which is excellent.
What's going on with the hair? Holy shit. What did you do?
That's crazy. That doesn't something about Mary.
Yeah, that's way.
It all comes back to the Jizz Master.
Yeah, Jizz Master 2001.
So the largest Phish show to date has had 80,000 people, and that was Big Cypress.
Yeah.
Okay. Phish just hops down to Rio, plays it. They're going to get 2 million people, I think, at least. And I think they deserve it. I think that it'd be fun, and I think they'd put on a great show. I want them to feel that energy of 2 million people.
Will they do a free show, though?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, you got to be kidding me.
They're juking and jiving, already trying to get Riviera Maya up and fucking going this early to try to get more money. So I'm not sure about this. Anyways, this day, not this day in Phish Street, but this International Tuesday, we are doing February 21st, 2019 at Riviera Maya, which I really did not want to do. You know how I feel about these shows. And I think I was proven right with the show. Again.
You do not like Mexico shows, which is part of the reason why I'm going to try my absolute hardest to get you down there for January 28th through the 31st in 2026. If you go to their website right now, phishRivieraMaya.com, they make this shit look like fun. There's paddleboard, golf, people are doing tequila shots.
Dude, it's like 10 fucking grand.
Okay. I didn't say you had to pay. No. I said I'm going to try my hardest.
No, people will send us there. That's how we're going. Other than that, I'm not going.
I feel like...
Or if we win.
I feel like our extent might be like free bourbon and beyond tickets right now, so...
Yeah, that still hasn't come through. Anyways, starting out with... there was no sound check on this, it looks like.
Well, I mean, there was a sound check, but...
There was, but no one talked about it.
No, they didn't talk about it.
Set 1, Spock's Brain.
Oh, soundcheck was Turtle in the Clouds, Jam, and Plasma.
First time played in 429 shows, total bust out since 2003.
Yes, I actually remember watching this on my TV couch tour style. It had been a while. I like Spock's Brain. It's a entire Phish song. They all get credit for writing it. And is it the
Guess
greatest song ever?
no.
No.
Guess what drum groove it is.
Just tell me.
It's fucking Ocelot. It's Ocelot's exact
Ah,
drum groove. Like exactly, which could also be Rogue's drum groove. It's like it's a shuffle. It's a shuffle. So I noticed that today. It's okay.
Train song.
Followed up with Twist.
Anybody that says that their secret guilty pleasure song is Twist, yikes.
So boring. So boring. It just, I mean, this looks okay on paper, but when you listen to it, you're just like, not so much. Not so much. Followed up, yeah.
Well, what's interesting about Twist is the lyrics, right? I spoke your name for many days.
Pronouncing it in several ways. And
moving
letters all around. Yeah.
So who's Trey talking about? Who's Tom talking about? Is it Cher?
It could be
like Cher.
Cher, I want to pronounce your name in different ways. Cher, sure. Shire.
See, dude, I knew you were the right guy for this. And what's the update on that? Do we have one?
Oh, he's poked it. He's definitely slipped in. He slipped into her DMs.
Slid
into her DMs.
Dude,
slipped
head
in.
first.
Yep, right away.
You, Trey.
Dude, at this point, you probably could go head first into that.
Oh my God. No, you're too far.
No, it's never too far. Followed up with Free.
Great Free.
Yeah, not great. No, compared to
Free.
Compared to the Frees that they're doing today, it's not that good.
It was like a lukewarm Free. Well, dude,
lukewarm bath Free.
Whenever there's waves, like physical waves, Phish plays slower.
That's how it goes. Every time they're next to the ocean, dude, they again, it's so slow, it's like backwards. Who Loves the Sun? I actually kind of like this. Trey talks about this. Again, a bust out. First 604 show gap since 1998. That is big. And Trey played it because everybody was in the sun, and he said, "You know what? This doesn't suck. It didn't suck last year, and it still doesn't suck.
And it's not going to suck next year. I think when you're there, you're going to love it. Why? How could you not?
I don't know. But
everything's right.
Everything's right. Cool jam. The section getting back into it was super fucking rough. Just not a good transition back into the song.
Fine. Agreed.
Yeah. And then followed up, we are here. We are come to outlive our brains. This song fucking sucks.
This is Sci-Fi Soldier song.
So bad, dude.
Oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
These two songs back to back and Rise and Come Together. I don't ever want to hear these songs again.
My God.
I never want to hear this shit
You never want to hear Rise Come Together again?
Never. Nope.
Yikes.
This is bad. This is bad. And then when you place it with Everything's Right and then these two songs, it just makes it so much worse. You're really
but the opening line to Rise is the ocean is only a lot of drops of water.
Oh, okay, great. I get it. They're near the ocean. They're making ocean references. I mean,
they're making a lot of ocean references.
Dude, play Waves.
Why didn't they play Waves?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Stupid behavior.
No, I liked it.
Too much time in the sun for Trey. With his pasty face and everything. He's burning up. Again, this is just an excuse for them to go to Mexico, have a good time, get get all the things that they want to and play music. And I mean, sure, it's great for them, but with this lineup, I'd be pissed.
It's a gathering of the Phish elite, and it's
it's the Phish elite,
and we're gonna be there.
Followed up with one of the shortest funky bitches I've ever heard.
It was like a funky bee.
It went nowhere. It didn't really climax properly. It just dude, this first set absolutely it's right in the trash for me. This sand coming out, Fishman had a really nice Phish and Mike were really locked in. But here we go with Trey and the sweep effect again. Here's this fucking sweep. Wee, wee. Like, I'm over it. Not a good first set. I would have been pissed.
Did you eat breakfast today?
No, I ate breakfast, dude. I just told you I don't like these shows, and you wanted to have this conversation.
Okay, but it's international jams. We've only got like 30 songs to choose from, or 30 shows to choose from.
No, there's more than that.
No, there's not that many.
There's
and most of them are in Mexico.
At least 250.
You think there's 250 international shows?
At least 1,000.
They've only played 3,000. 1/3 of them were out of the country now.
Yeah, almost all of them.
Look,
are. They're bigger in Germany than they are here.
If you guys are out there listening and you happen to know our text number, which is 802-276-1986, why don't you reach out and suggest another thing we could have on Tuesdays besides international jams? Because I got to tell you, if every time we bring up Mexico, you're in this great of a mood, it'd be a total bum kill.
I guess the question is, why does Mexico suck, and why do they keep playing there?
No, I disagree. It's just a different type of show.
And why should they just play Brazil, Rio, instead?
They should play Brazil because I want to see 1 million people at a Phish show. That's for me.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for me, for them, for me.
I think they'd have a lot more fun. All right, set 2. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we fucking go, dude. Come on.
This is why I picked this show. It's your absolute favorite song, Soul Planet. Soul Planet.
It's so upsetting.
You know who loves this song? Paige. Paige
Soul Planet!
loves. Yes, that is exactly
Soul
right.
Planet!
He can't. It's his favorite thing. The smile on his face, yelling "Soul Planet" makes me happy on the inside.
This
Happy
whole
birthday,
show,
Paige.
this whole show is tightening up my neck.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's you open set 2 with Soul Planet.
That's a common place for Soul Planet. Into Spanish Moon, which I think has only been played one other time at this
2010.
point. 2010. Obviously, it's a cover from Little Feat. I was supposed to be at this show. I bought fake tickets. I wrote down the guy's license plate who sold them to me as he drove off, and I gave it to the cop because I'm a narc. And I was pissed I got fake tickets. And, of course, they did nothing about it. I know.
No, dude. They're not going to find it. Like, look at this fucking douche. I'm not buying it.
Ruined. And I ended up getting drunk in, a casino, which was no better. But I would have been a little bummed if the song or the cover I got was Little Feat. Not going to lie.
Yeah, dude. If I got Little Feat, I'd be like, I'm leaving.
I got Big Feet, bruh.
I always wanted it this way.
Hey, happy birthday, Paige.
It's okay. Then to follow up with, hey, Paige, happy birthday, man.
All week, buddy.
I always wanted you this way.
By the way, on Friday, Paige, what I've put together is what I'm calling Turn the Page. It's your solo album where you invite special guests and you guys do duets together for the whole album.
I love it. That's a great idea. Happy
Tori
birthday, buddy.
Amos.
Okay.
All right.
That's not bad. Just Tori Amos.
Tori Amos. Just put it out there.
Rebecca Remain. Stamos.
Dude, I would do a duet with her, but you don't want to see that.
Following up with Death Don't Hurt Very Long. Here we go. Fucking go. Okay,
you don't like Death Don't Hurt Very Long?
No. And just another sci-fi soldier shit.
I loved Sci-Fi Soldier.
So the first 4 songs of this set, again, garbage. So you basically went, let's just look at this. How many songs are in the first set? 13 songs are garbage. It just, I'd be pissed, man. They should be, for what people pay for this, they should be playing the best they've ever played, ever, at any show.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, at any show.
They pick it up here. 2001, a lot of grab ass in this. They actually said teases, and they did teases. Trey teases, a whole bunch of different things. Pages. At one point, Mike
2001 was pretty good.
2001 was really good. Bathtub
Teases,
Gin.
Don't Hurt Very Long. Miss You, Miss Robinson. It was pretty
The
cool.
Mrs. Robinson was fun. Yeah, they started loosening up, I think, and then
right as the show ends. Awesome.
Right as the show ends, they go into bathtub gin. I was nervous, and then by the end of the song, they actually pulled it out. Rockin' bathtub gin.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Ending with Squirming Coil. Great way to end the set. That was shit.
Are you surprised that they still play Squirming Coil?
No, I wish they played it more.
I'm surprised that they still play it because it's really rudimentary in terms of like, the
more
solo,
rudimentary than Death Don't Hurt Very Long. That song is
the
so
solo's
fucking,
not very hard.
Soul Planet. You actually watch in what's that documentary with Trey, Behind My Mind or whatever the fuck it is?
Me in My Mind?
Yeah, they show them putting it together, and it's like the easiest, dumbest shit ever. Like he goes to everybody's house. He says, Paige, listen to this song. It's already recorded with Fishman, and then Fishman just does a basic rock beat, and he's like, yeah, dude, that'll work. And then you just hear Fishman go, Soul Planet. And he's like, yeah, dude, that's sick. And then they go to fucking Paige, and like Paige just listens to it once. He's like, okay, basic chords. And like, that's it. That's how they came up. That's how they did it.
I feel like Paige is the most bored member of the band.
Oh, maybe at this show. Encore, Waste, and Bold as Love.
Okay, don't just blow by Waste.
Why?
Dude, I love Waste.
I do too. What do you want to say about it?
Well, just say you love it.
I love it.
All right.
I love Bold as Love too. Oh, Jesus.
You actually called a Bold as Love, right?
I did.
That was pretty good.
I did call it Bold as Love. I guess key highlights on this show: Spock's Brain, Who Loves the Sun, and Spanish Moon. Jam charts on this one is I Always Wanted It This Way and 2001. A lot of teases. Again, not a good show. I was not happy with this show. But
I'm excited that Phish is playing Mexico. I hope that they continue down south. They go over to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. We will be there if they do that.
If they do Brazil, I'll be there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I think we agree, though. They play Mexico for the money. Maybe they don't take home a lot of money, but they get a free 2-week vacation. Yep. Dave Matthews usually plays the week before. That's
all I hear.
So one thing that we never talk about with Phish and Big Money Friday, which you think we would, is these guys have made a lot of money over the years, right?
Yes, a lot of money.
So I want to know what level of personal staff they have. So I'm going to list them off.
I don't think they have any.
I'm going to list it off, and you tell me which members of the band, if any, have it, and if you personally, if you could afford it, would have it. You ready?
Yep.
Start off with an easy one. Personal assistant.
Yes, probably. They probably do have personal assistants.
Trey's got one for sure.
Yeah, Trey's definitely got one.
Fishman absolutely has one. I bet he has the largest number of personal hires because he's got the largest group that he has to, coordinate. Yeah. Okay, so they do schedules, errands, they travel, they make phone calls,
they do everything.
Okay, Trey's definitely got one. House manager oversees household operations, vendors, staff.
None of them, and I wouldn't do it either.
Paige has a house manager.
No, he doesn't. Dude hardly even goes on the road.
Private chef. They all have private chefs.
I don't know if they all have private chef. They do when they're on the road. So that's the thing.
I think somebody comes to their house every day. You think that Mike's going to Hannaford to go shopping?
Yeah, he's going shopping somewhere, dude. He doesn't have people shop for him.
Oh, Mike Gordon, absolutely. There's no way. You would see pictures of him being weird in a supermarket once a week if he shopped by himself. Okay, so I'm going to say they all have private chefs in some form all week or year round.
Okay.
Housekeeper.
They all have housekeepers.
Would you have a housekeeper?
Yes, if I could afford one, I'd have a housekeeper right now.
Would you have a chef?
No.
I would have both. Nanny.
Maybe
over the years.
Well, maybe Fishman.
Fishman definitely has nannies.
Maybe they all have.
Over the years.
Yeah. Quick question. I'm gonna, question of the day. I'm gonna fit in here. favorite Phish show that you weren't at.
Besides Rio?
It didn't happen. It had to have happened.
Okay. So favorite real Phish show that I wasn't at. And you can't say Big Cypress.
Why?
Because everybody's just going to write Big Cypress.
Great went.
It was a good one.
I know you were there.
Okay. Driver/chauffeur.
None of them.
Trey doesn't drive his own car. Mike doesn't drive his own car.
He drives a moped, and Mike does drive. In the Between Myself and My Mind documentary, Trey is literally driving his car.
Drives me crazy. When I see Trey driving his little moped, oh my God. I'm like,
with his gloves on.
Fucking nervous. I'm like, Trey, can you stop?
I know, he looks
At least
fragile.
He's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, he is. A huge helmet.
A few more. Private security.
They may all have private security.
Agreed. Personal trainer.
Mike probably does. Fishman probably does. And Trey probably does. I don't think.
You don't think Paige is working out much?
No.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
Gardeners/landscaper.
Fishman, absolutely not. Mike probably does. Trey does not because he lives in the city.
He's got the farmhouse.
Paige might. But I could see Paige wanting to do his lawn. I could see it.
He mows his lawn himself, but somebody comes and does the bushes.
The mulch.
Swaps out the mulch.
Yeah, nice. Definitely.
Stylist/groomer.
All of them, except for Fishman.
Okay.
Because he doesn't need one.
But we were talking about...
a groomer, like a ball washer?
Hey, come wash the balls, kid.
Yeah, hey.
No, we were talking... Never mind, I'll tell this story another time. Life coach, none of them. Wellness coach, therapist. Are any of them in therapy?
Almost all of them.
Are you in therapy?
Sure.
I should probably be in therapy.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice.
He's Matt. I'm Nick. We are insufficient.
Whew. You should try some therapy. It might help. Work through some shit.
I did therapy for a little bit.
It's not bad.
Then I started...
I do want a ball washer.
I mean, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot of energy, and if I could just have somebody under my desk just constantly washing the balls, that'd be great.
Just not while we're doing the show.
Wash these balls, motherfucker!